Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, EC2, renting virtual computers to run your applications is like leasing office space to conduct business activities. Amazon Simple Storage Service, S3, storing data in S3 is akin to renting a warehouse to store your belongings securely. Amazon Relational Database Service, RDS. RDS is like subscribing to a fully managed database service, similar to outsourcing accounting services. Amazon DynamoDB. DynamoDB is comparable to having a highly efficient filing system for organizing and accessing documents. Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, VPC. VPC is like creating a gated community in the cloud, where you control access to resources within your network. Amazon Lambda. Lambda functions are analogous to hiring specialized workers to perform specific tasks on demand. Amazon Elastic Block Store, EBS. EBS volumes are like renting storage lockers to store your possessions securely. Amazon Elastic Load Balancing, ELB. ELB is similar to having a traffic cop directing vehicles to different lanes to optimize traffic flow. Amazon Route 53. Route 53 acts as a digital GPS system, routing internet traffic to the correct destinations efficiently. Amazon CloudFront. CloudFront is like having multiple distribution centers strategically located to deliver goods quickly. Amazon Simple Queue Service, SQS. SQS functions as a digital queue, similar to waiting in line for service at a bank or ticket counter. Amazon Simple Notification Service, SNS. SNS is like broadcasting announcements over a public address system to notify a large audience. Amazon Elastic Container Service, ECS. ECS is comparable to organizing and managing a fleet of shipping containers to transport goods efficiently. Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service, EKS. EKS is like hiring a team of experts to manage and orchestrate a complex logistics operation. Amazon Simple Email Service, SES. SES functions as a reliable courier service, ensuring that your emails are delivered securely and on time. Amazon Redshift. Redshift is akin to having a powerful data warehouse for storing and analyzing vast amounts of information. Amazon CloudWatch. CloudWatch acts as a surveillance system, monitoring your infrastructure and alerting you to any issues. Amazon SimpleDB. SimpleDB is like having a simple filing cabinet to store and retrieve small amounts of structured data. AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM. IAM is analogous to assigning keycards to employees, granting them access to specific areas within a building. AWS Key Management Service, KMS. KMS is like using a vault to securely store and manage cryptographic keys for encrypting sensitive data. Amazon Glacier. Glacier is similar to storing archival data in a cold storage facility, where retrieval may take longer. Amazon API Gateway. API Gateway is like having a receptionist who manages incoming requests and directs them to the right place. Amazon Simple Workflow Service, SWF. SWF is comparable to having a workflow coordinator who manages and tracks the progress of tasks. AWS Step Functions. Step functions are like orchestrating a series of choreographed dance moves to execute complex workflows. AWS Batch. AWS Batch is akin to managing a factory floor where jobs are queued, scheduled, and executed efficiently. AWS Code Deploy. Code Deploy is like deploying troops to various locations, ensuring that updates are executed smoothly. AWS Code Pipeline. Code Pipeline is similar to an assembly line, automating the steps required to build and deploy software. AWS Code Commit. Code Commit is like having a secure vault to store and manage your source code repositories. Amazon Elastic File System, EFS. EFS is analogous to having a shared network drive accessible to multiple users within an organization. AWS Storage Gateway. Storage Gateway is like having a bridge that connects your on-premises infrastructure to the cloud storage. AWS Direct Connect. Direct Connect is comparable to having a dedicated highway lane for accessing AWS services with reduced latency. AWS Certificate Manager, ACM. ACM is like having a trusted authority-issue digital certificates to authenticate your identity online. AWS Organizations. Organizations is akin to managing multiple branches of a company under a single umbrella organization. AWS Config. Config is like having a continuous audit trail that tracks changes made to your AWS resources over time. AWS CloudFormation is comparable to building a model kit, assembling various components to create a unified structure. AWS CloudTrail is similar to having a security camera that records all activity within your AWS environment. Amazon Cognito is like having a centralized authentication system that manages user identities securely. AWS OpsWorks is akin to having a team of chefs prepare and manage the infrastructure required to run your applications. Amazon Polly is like having a virtual assistant that converts text into lifelike speech. AWS IT Core is comparable to having a central command center that manages and coordinates IoT devices. Amazon Kinesis is like having a conveyor belt that processes and analyzes streaming data in real time. Amazon Pinpoint is akin to having a targeted marketing tool that helps you engage with your customers effectively. AWS DataSync is comparable to having a high-speed data transfer service that synchronizes data between storage systems. AWS Transfer Family is like having a secure transport service that enables you to transfer files to and from AWS securely. Amazon Neptune is akin to having a highly scalable graph database that stores and queries relationships between data points. Amazon Managed Blockchain is like having a shared ledger system that enables multiple parties to transact securely without a central authority. Amazon Elasticache is comparable to having a memory store that accelerates data access for high-performance applications. AWS Systems Manager is like having a centralized hub to manage and automate administrative tasks across your AWS environment. AWS Secrets Manager is akin to having a secure vault to store and rotate sensitive information, such as passwords and API keys. AWS Firewall Manager is comparable to having a security guard that enforces consistent firewall policies across your AWS infrastructure. Amazon Inspector is like having a security auditor that scans your AWS resources for vulnerabilities and compliance issues. Amazon Guard Duty is akin to having a vigilant security team that monitors your AWS environment for malicious activity and threats. AWS Web Application Firewall WF is comparable to having a filter that protects your web applications from common security threats and exploits. Amazon Macie is like having a data detective that analyzes your data stores to identify and classify sensitive information. AWS IT Device Management is akin to having a fleet manager that tracks and manages IoT devices deployed in the field. AWS IT Events is comparable to having a sensor network that detects and responds to events and anomalies in real time. AWS IoT Greengrass is like having a localized computing platform that extends AWS capabilities to edge devices. Amazon Lex is akin to having a virtual chatbot that understands and responds to natural language queries. Amazon Translate is comparable to having a multilingual interpreter that translates text between different languages. Amazon Comprehend is like having an AI assistant that analyzes and extracts insights from unstructured text data. Amazon Rekognition is akin to having a smart surveillance system that recognizes and analyzes objects, faces, and scenes in images and videos. AWS Managed Services is comparable to having an IT support team that handles the day-to-day operations of your AWS infrastructure. Amazon Connect is like having a cloud-based contact center solution that enables you to engage with customers through various communication channels. Amazon Workspaces is akin to having a virtual office space that provides desktop as a service for remote workers. Amazon AppStream 2.0 is comparable to having a virtual classroom that delivers desktop applications to users over the internet. Amazon Workdocs is like having a collaborative document management platform that enables teams to create, share, and collaborate on documents securely. Amazon Workmail is akin to having a business email solution that provides secure and reliable email hosting for your organization. AWS Snow Family, Snowball, Snowcone, Snowmobile, Snow Family is comparable to having a fleet of ruggedized vehicles for securely transferring large volumes of data to and from AWS. AWS Data Pipeline is like having a data refinery that orchestrates and automates the movement and transformation of data between AWS services and on-premises systems. AWS Glue is akin to having an automated data catalog and ETL service that discovers, catalogs, and transforms data for analysis. Amazon Managed Streaming for Apache Kafka, MSK. MSK is comparable to having a fully managed Apache Kafka service that enables you to build real-time streaming applications. Amazon Elasticsearch Service is like having a scalable search and analytics engine that makes it easy to explore and visualize your data. AWS AppConfig is akin to having a configuration management service that helps you deploy and manage application configurations at scale. Amazon TimeStream is comparable to having a purpose-built time series database that makes it easy to analyze and visualize time series data. Amazon Elastic MapReduce, EMR. EMR is akin to having a managed big data platform that simplifies the processing and analysis of large datasets using Apache Hadoop and Spark. AWS Data Exchange is comparable to having a data marketplace where you can find, subscribe to, and use third-party data products and services. Amazon Kendra is akin to having an intelligent search service that uses machine learning to deliver accurate and relevant search results across various data sources. AWS Transfer for SFTP is like having a managed service that enables you to securely transfer files to and from AWS using the SFTP protocol. Amazon Personalize is comparable to having a recommendation engine that delivers personalized product recommendations to users based on their preferences and behavior. Amazon Forecast is akin to having a time series forecasting service that uses machine learning to generate accurate forecasts for future trends. AWS IoT Sitewise is comparable to having a centralized monitoring and management service for industrial IoT applications that enables you to collect, analyze, and visualize industrial data in real time. AWS IoT Things Graph is akin to having a visual drag-and-drop tool that simplifies the development of IoT applications by modeling complex workflows and automating device interactions. Amazon Fraud Detector is comparable to having a machine learning-powered service that detects and prevents online fraud in real time by analyzing transactional data and identifying suspicious patterns. Amazon Break It is akin to having a fully managed quantum computing service that enables you to experiment with quantum algorithms and build quantum applications. AWS Data Lifecycle Manager, DLM is comparable to having a policy-driven data management service that automates the lifecycle management of your AWS resources, such as snapshots and backups. AWS Elemental MediaLive is akin to having a broadcast-grade live video processing service that enables you to create high-quality live streams for broadcast and OTT delivery. AWS Elemental Media Convert is comparable to having a file-based video transcoding service that converts media files into various formats for playback on different devices and platforms. AWS Elemental Media Package is akin to having a video origination and packaging service that prepares and protects your live and on-demand video content for delivery over the internet. AWS Elemental Media Connect is comparable to having a high-quality video transport service that securely transports live video feeds between locations and partners. AWS Elemental Media Tailor is akin to having a personalized video ad insertion service that delivers targeted ads to viewers based on their preferences and behavior. AWS Amplify is comparable to having a full-stack development platform that enables you to build and deploy secure, scalable web and mobile applications quickly. AWS AppSync is akin to having a managed GraphQL service that simplifies the development of real-time data-driven applications by providing a unified API for accessing multiple data sources. AWS App Runner is comparable to having a fully managed containerized application service that automates the deployment and scaling of your applications without requiring you to manage infrastructure. AWS Fargate is akin to having a serverless compute engine that allows you to run containers without managing servers or clusters, enabling you to focus on building and scaling your applications. Amazon FSx is comparable to having a fully managed file storage service that provides highly available and durable file systems compatible with popular operating systems and protocols. AWS Network Firewall is akin to having a managed firewall service that protects your virtual private cloud, VPC, from unauthorized access and malicious activity by inspecting and filtering network traffic. Amazon Keyspaces. For Apache Cassandra, Keyspaces is comparable to having a fully managed Apache Cassandra service that provides scalable and highly available NoSQL databases for applications requiring low latency reads and writes. Amazon Quantum Ledger Database, QLB. QLB is akin to having a fully managed ledger database that provides a transparent, immutable, and cryptographically verifiable transaction log, enabling you to build verifiable and auditable applications.